What is up, guys? Stark here. I am back for another Fate video, and you know what time it is, the first of the month, and that means we have another calendar video to talk about. It's a pretty interesting month here. It's been a weird couple of months, honestly, but Fate has finally decided to do its traditional, we're not going to catch up to Japan, so we're going to just throw in a whole bunch of random stuff. To be fair, though, they actually did give us events instead of just having dead space, so that part's pretty cool. So we do have a couple of new things that Japan, as far as I'm aware, did not get, but that also does mean that we are back on track to normal, I guess, still at the same pace. I was really hopeful that, you know, we could inch closer and closer to catching up to them. I don't know why they don't do that. I don't think it'd be that hard. It would take a long time, but it wouldn't be that hard. You know, just shave off a couple days here and there, you know, get rid of the dead periods, and then how cool would it be to just have, you know, simultaneous releases for both, you know, NA and JP or global or whatever you want to call it at the same time. It'd be really cool. That way both, you know, all the fan bases can experience, like, when a new Lost Belt comes out, it's awesome, and then 2 years later they bring it out on global and act like we don't know what's happening, right? How cool would it be to just have everyone get it at the same time, and everyone can experience for the first time at the same time, not be spoiled, and just enjoy it? I think that would be awesome. It's something I really hope happens, even though I know that it will not. Regardless, enough rambling. We do have quite a few things to talk about here, and a couple of them are already out in the game right now. So there's going to be a couple banners currently available. The first one is going to be for the Fate Grand Order, the Stage Salomon release campaign. Now, JP did get this event. I do not believe they actually got a banner for it, though, which is pretty cool that we got our own banner for it. We did get, like, the campaign for the 2-time success and super success stuff like that. We also got a banner, though, which is really cool. Has some pretty cool characters involved. I'm sure JP got a similar banner at some point in time. I just don't think they got it at the exact same time for us, because as far as I can tell, they got this event in October, but it didn't have a banner, as far as I can tell, according to the wiki anyway. So yeah, that part's pretty cool for us. We got this banner here with Gilgamesh and Ozzy. A few other servants are rated up as well. You do have Castergill and Lancelot, the Saber version anyway. You do also have Proto-Ku. I don't usually include 3 stars, but he is story locked. So if you don't have him already, definitely go ahead and try and do that. There is also another banner available, and that is going to be for the Christmas pre-release campaign. Now, I do not believe JP got this at all. They did not get a pre-release campaign. It just went right into it. And this is Global's way of kind of delaying us from actually getting the Christmas event. So they're giving us a pre-release campaign, which will lead into the actual campaign banner for the rerun of the event. It's pretty cool, though. We do have another shot at getting Jalter, although Jalter's not rated up on the first, but Jalter is in the banner, so if you did want to pull for Jalter, surprise, you have a chance to do that. As far as the other characters for the first, it's just going to be Orion and Atlanta Altar. Moving on to the 2nd of October, there's really not much of a change here except for Gilgamesh and Ozzy switching out. You guys can see in the background, Ozzy is the calendar servant for the month. You might have been wondering, you know, where is he? You don't see him anywhere else on the calendar, but there he is. He is hiding there. Gilgamesh has already graced our presence, so has Astolfo and Yang. So we had to pick someone different, so I went with Ozzy, but he was not rated up on the 1st of October, so we did not have his picture until now. But yes, Ozzy is here and available for the 2nd of October. If you do need him, now is a good time to pull for him, and that is a pretty cool picture in the background as well, so had to go with it. Everything else remains the same for the 2nd of October. Everything else remains the same for the 3rd. And then on the 4th, everything else does remain the same, except Ozzy and Gilgamesh are both rated up on the same time, so you could potentially get both of them. The 5th, the stage banner stays the same for the pre-release Christmas banner, Jalter is finally available. So if you did want Jalter, she will be available on the 5th of October. This is also the last day of the stage banner. So if you did want Gilgamesh, Ozzy, Castergil, Saber Lancelot, or Proto Coup, last chance to pull for those characters for this banner. On the 6th, everything stays the same, minus the fact that you can't pull for the stage banner. So you have Orion, Jalter, and Atalanta Alter as the rated up characters. For the 7th, it's just going to be Orion and Atalanta Alter. Well, Atalanta Alter is rated up the entire event, so we're just going to stop talking about her here. The 8th, everything is the same. The 9th, Orion and Jalter swap places. And this will be the same for the 10th. And then for the 11th, we have all 3 characters rated up, and this will be the final day for the Christmas pre-release banner. And after this, we'll lead right into the Christmas rerun banner. So on the 12th, I presume we are going to have the Christmas rerun banner starting. I see no reason why it won't start as soon as the pre-release campaign banner ends. Theoretically, they could start it a little bit early if they wanted to, but I think the 12th is a pretty safe bet. I don't think it's been confirmed. If it has, I do apologize. I've been really struggling to keep up with the news with my work schedule. But yeah, I think it's a pretty safe bet, if it hasn't been confirmed already, that it will be on the 12th. If I am wrong, correct me in the comments. But we do have quite a few servants in this banner, starting with the Saber 5-star Astolfo. We do also have the 4-star version of Astolfo as the writer rated up. We do have the 4-star archer Ashwatthama. He is a story-locked character, so very good opportunity to pull for him. We do also have Nursery Rhyme, who is a 4-star caster available on this banner. There are a couple of other 5-stars, but they are not rated up on the 12th. So we will get to them as we get to them. So moving on to the 13th, we do have the first swap of 5-stars. So Astolfo goes away, and we have Bradamante rated up. Everything else is the same. The 14th sees Bradamante and Nightingale swap places. Everything else remains the same. The 15th, we have Astolfo and Bradamante both rated up. The 4-star servants remain the same. The 16th, we have Astolfo and Nightingale rated up. 4-star servants remain the same. The 17th, we have a huge shift in characters. So we have Astolfo rated up, but we also lose all the other characters except for Hot Wheels. So that's why I kept saying, like, it stays the same, it stays the same, it stays the same, because they're not rated up the same every single day, which I don't understand why they're not. But they're not, so there we go. The 18th is Astolfo Day, where you can pull for both the 5-star and the 4-star as solo rate ups. The 19th has Astolfo and Nursery Rhyme rated up. The 20th goes back to the original 4. And then we're just going to repeat the same rotation here. So the 21st, Astolfo and Bradamante switch out. The 22nd, Bradamante and Nightingale switch. The 23rd, we have Astolfo and Bradamante rated up. The 24th, we have Astolfo and Nightingale rated up. The 25th, we go back to the original 4, Astolfo, Hot Wheels, Astolfo, and Nursery Rhyme. And that is the final day of the banner. So if you wanted any of those characters, that would be the last day to do that. And this is going to lead us right in to the 26th of October, which is also going to lead us into another pre-release campaign. And this one is going to be the Imaginary Scramble pre-release campaign. So this is at the beginning of a pretty cool event. Obviously, this is just the pre-release campaign, so we're just going to have a banner here. I don't think there's too much else. There's like AP cost reduction for story stuff. I think there's a story gate locked for the event. Not 100% sure on that, but there's some other things. But anyway, we're only here to talk about the banners, so we shall do that. We do have Yang rated up once again. Feels like a very long time since January. Obviously, it's been 9 months since then. But Yang's back, so if you did miss her in January, now is a good time to do that. We do also have a couple of summer characters rated up, which is pretty rare. It's getting more common now, but you know, at this point in time, it's still pretty rare. And some pretty good ones too. You do have Frankenstein, you have Raiko, and you also do have Mysterious Heroine XX as your servants. Now, they won't be available, I believe they're not available every single day, so it will rotate depending on what day it is. Pretty good batch of characters right there. On the 27th, you have Yang and Summer Frankenstein rated up. The 28th, you have Yang and Raiko rated up. You guys can see where this is going. The 29th, you have Yang and Mysterious Heroine XX rated up. And then it's just going to repeat. On the 30th is Yang and Frankenstein, and the 31st is Yang and Raiko. This would keep going into November, but we're only talking about October here, so we're going to end it right there. Overall, I think it's a pretty skippable month, to be honest. Obviously, if you're missing like Gilgamesh or Ozzy, that would be something to go for. But for the most part, most of these servants are really not all that appealing, in my opinion. If I didn't have them, I would pull for them just for completion's sakes. And obviously, the summer characters are very rare, so if you did want to collect them, then very good opportunity to pull for them right there. But for the most part, I do think you can get away with skipping this month and not missing out too much on anything. The Imaginary Scramble event does have 2 new servants, 2 new 5-star servants, so maybe hold on to your quartz for some of those characters. I'm really excited about one of them. We'll talk about that more in the November video, but for now, that's my opinions. I would say just really not pull for any of these characters unless you're missing Gilgamesh. I guess I would recommend pulling for him, but everything else is pretty skippable, unless of course like they're your favorites or something like that. Obviously, pull for the characters you want. That's just my opinion here. So that is going to be the end of this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.